Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the Global Campus course. Oh, I'm your teacher, Mr. Lamb, by the way. Probably should mention that off the bat. But I want to show you a little bit about the features of your biology course, what my expectations are, and where to find stuff that you need to do in order to get credit. So, without further ado, let's take a look. This is the home page. This will change periodically throughout the semester. If I add announcements, you'll probably find them here. But if you look, there's my email address. Feel free to email me. Here is an introduction video that I would highly recommend that you watch because this gives key information on how to be successful in this course. Again, it is very, very quick and very intensive, so it's important that you stay ahead of your studies as things are going to be due about every 2 days. Some things are even due within a 1-day time frame. So it's going to be very important that you work diligently and work ahead in order to be successful. Otherwise, you may fall behind and you may struggle with that. Here are some links to the different units that you'll be taking, but there's a couple other features on the left-hand side here that you will see that you need to be aware of. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Syllabus, and this is going to take you to the course syllabus. Now, here you'll find information about me, the dates of the course, final exam times, which are going to be different depending upon what type of course that you're taking. A little bit about me in the introduction video. There are course objectives, and these are things that you should be able to do at the end of the course. Also take note about the assignments and that they are weighted, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Now, there are two different types of assignments that you're going to have within this particular course. You're going to have things that are grouped into assessments, and those are things like tests or quizzes. So mostly mastery tests or unit exams are going to be your assessments. And then assignments are day-to-day things. For example, like video quizzes, which you'll take at the end of a video lecture, or short little quick assignments or labs that you'll do online or through Global Campus. And that will be 20% of your grade. So you notice that most of your grade is weighted towards your assessment piece, that is your quiz piece, and the exams that you will be taking in this course. Now, you can do most of this on the iPad if you choose. I would highly recommend that you use some type of laptop or desktop as well, as some of the assignments are much easier to do on that than on the iPad. But all of it can be done on the iPad if you wish. That's totally up to you. You will need at least some type of access to the internet to be able to access these courses. So here's just a list of the materials that are provided. You won't need anything outside of that. Here's a list of the homework. It needs to be due. I do not give late credit unless there's other circumstances, so make sure that you finish the modules on time. And those dates are listed to the side of them in the modules category, which we'll look at here in a minute. If you're taking the intensive course, you're going to be taking 2 semester exams, one in the middle of the first week of July and then one at the end of the course at the end of July. If you're just taking 1 semester for recovery credit, then you'll just take that 1 semester exam at the end of July. The grading scale is listed here. There's expectations. I figure it probably about 4 hours a day to complete the course. I mean, again, you got to keep in mind, if you're taking the intensive, we're fitting 36 weeks of content into just 7 weeks of summer. So that's quite a bit. Now, 4 hours is probably on the high end. There are some people that will be able to complete it faster. But the whole goal here is to just make sure that you have enough time to complete the required components of the course. I check for plagiarism constantly, so make sure that you're not copying things off of each other or copying things off the internet. I'll give you a 0, and we will talk about possibly expelling you. Keep in mind that you are receiving high school credit for this, so this is something that will appear on your transcript. Just some words of advice listed here. You feel free to go through these at any point in time. If you look here, I've made a list of things that are due. Some of this I still need to work on and get rid of here, but you know that the things start June 9th. Feel free to work ahead. Okay, you notice that things are due about every 2 days. Some things are due just 1 day in advance. So really make sure that you get these things and get these things to me as fast as you can and as accurate as you can. All right, so that's just a little bit about the syllabus. This is a nice little way to see what's due on what given day. Again, some of these things are going to need to be cut out, and I will probably do that here once we get going. But I just wanted to make this video to help you out. So let's move on to where you're probably going to spend most of your time, and that is in the modules section. So we'll click on modules, and if you notice, there is it's just a list of assignments. You want to go through it in order, one step at a time, but you notice that there's a list of assignments. You're going to be doing a lot of things for me in this course. And so I want you to just be aware of what you will see. So at the very beginning, you see there's course snapshot. You want to start here. These items are going to be due on June 10th. They tell you the point total that's going to be a requirement, or what's going to go towards your grade in this course. So I'll click on course introduction. You notice that there is no requirement here. But if I look, it just gives me some information. In this introduction, you'll have an opportunity to get to know me, compare and contrast a regular course with an online course, and get to know your classmates. Now, you're more than welcome to go back to the modules page once you read through this and understand this is what you need to do. But you notice right down here at the bottom, there's a button that says Next, and this will take you to the next part of the module. So if you click on this, it's going to take you right to the course syllabus part. And here it says that for this, you need to know the course syllabus, and here you're going to essentially copy and paste this. Okay, when you're ready to submit this, you need to read the course syllabus. You're going to submit this assignment, and you notice the text entry box appears. I'm going to copy and paste that, and once I've read it, I'm going to fill out my name. And that's all you're going to need to do here, and you'll get 3 points for completing this part of the assignment. Now again, you're going to need to go through the syllabus, make sure that you understand the requirements and regulations of the course, and then you're going to submit that assignment, and boom, it says your assignment was submitted successfully and it's turned in. And then I will grade that assignment, and you'll get your points back. All right? And you just continue on through this as you go, making sure that you complete the assignments and complete them on time. This video is going to go here, which is why you don't see anything just yet. I'm a pretty funny guy. I mean, let's be honest here. So, but I just want to make sure you know what the modules are, how they work, and how they're put together. And if you find any issues, just let me know, and I'll be happy to go through them with you. Okay? So, moving on, there's a couple other things I want to talk about before I let you get started on your course. You're going to go through these. There are video lectures. These are simple YouTube lectures that you will need to complete for me. I have made them into nice little YouTube videos that you can access. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and click play on this, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It is important to know what you will be studying in this course. That voice sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it? Well, that's my voice. But the point I want to show you here is that this is my course, and this is the videos that I'm going to show you. And you're going to be required to take notes with these. The notes will be posted before you get started, and they'll be posted on these pages so you can either download them, print them off, however you want to do this, that's fine. When you're done with each video, you'll want to go on to next. And there's a quiz that's required for each video that you watch. So you'll take this quiz, and there will be questions involved that will be from the video lecture. So here, I want 3 things that you learned. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well did you feel you understood the information? What are 2 things you learned about? And what is 1 thing you may have thought was a property of life, but found out it isn't based upon the video lecture? You complete these, Some of the questions may be more geared towards content, just to check to make sure that you watch the video lecture. When you submit it, again, now when you submit these, it will say that it will appear as 0. It's because I haven't graded it yet. Okay? So I know it will say 0 out of 4. Don't get frustrated with that. I will go back and regrade them so that way you have your credit. Okay? So I want to make sure that you understand that's what the expectation is when you go through and watch these videos. We're going to continue on and show you another type of quiz that you'll be taking that has a little bit of a different expectation with it, and these are the mastery quizzes. So I scroll down here. I'm going to complete all of these prior to taking the mastery quiz. Now, here's how the mastery quizzes work. You're going to get 2 opportunities to take this. There's usually 5 to 10 questions for each mastery quiz. You can retake it if you feel you can improve your score. I'm going to take either the first quiz score that you get or the average of the 2. That's what it's going to boil down to. I will either take the first quiz or the average. So if the first quiz you get a 10, great, you don't need to retake it. Okay, if the first quiz you get a 6 and you think you can do better, retake the quiz. If you get a 10, then your score will be an 8. So you see how it's, you kind of have to think risk versus reward if I retake the quiz. So you can take it, and there are 10 questions here, and you'll go through and answer these questions, and they're all based upon the information that was given in the previous quiz, or in the previous module. Okay, it's a way for me to check for understanding. So you'll go through and complete these, and when you're done, you will hit submit. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and hit submit. I'm going to get a 0 out of 10. I'm going to, be disappointed and cry, but, whatever. Again, 0 out of 10. I have one more attempt, so I can take the quiz again. Okay? That being said, I'm going to move on to the unit exam so that you know what you're going to do with this. Now, in this class, the unit assessments are going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to give you a test. This is going to be some type of project that you're going to have to build, or some type of writing, or something you're going to either do with a website or an iPad or whatever you plan on using here. So this is an old one. This will be updated again. But I want you to understand that you're going to be doing project-based exams rather than spouting out a bunch of information to me. It's important that you do these well because these are going to be 80% of your grade. I want you to put as much effort into it as possible, all right? And I want you to make it look nice. Don't rush these things, okay? These will take time. So I would highly recommend that you look at these unit exams far in advance of the due date. You notice the due date is June 12th. Get them done as soon as you can so that they look nice, okay? And make sure that they look presentable. That being said, every unit is basically built the same way. Go through here, there's information. Occasionally there's some little formative checks that are 3 points. You'll have a lab or a mastery quiz at the end. At the end of each unit, you have a unit exam. There are 4 units for each semester. And then you're going to have a midterm exam that will be halfway through the course. And we'll talk more about that when we get there. Discussions are here. If you want to look at those, we'll have a few of those throughout the semester. Announcements will be posted here. I'll post some announcements. Make sure that you pay attention to those. Grades. I think this is going to be quite useful for you. You notice these are the grades that are given. You'll have your percentage that will be given down here. And these are all of your assignments that will be listed. So you need to make sure that you go through and assess those and do the best you can on these so that you get good grades. But your grade will be posted here so that you have access to that. People. So give you a list of all the people in the course, including myself. So if you want to get to know a friend, or you want to, collaborate a little bit, that's fine. Talk about what's due, get some advice, things like that. I'm fine with it. Just make sure you're doing your own work. All right. If you have any questions or clarifications on some things, let me know. Click on calendar. And you go to when we start. You wait for it to load. And you'll notice that it will populate this calendar for you. So it's another way for you to look at what is due on a given date once it appears. There you go. Boom. So you see all of these tell you what is due on certain given dates, and you can go from there. All right? So again, keep in mind you want to do the best you can to get ahead. Don't get too far behind, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And you'll be hearing a lot from me over this course. I hope you enjoy it. I've worked really hard on it to make it what it is, and I hope that you learn a little bit about biology, enjoy it, and have fun. All right? We'll have a great summer together. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.